hope you're finished in the bathroom. I've got to get in there and shower and change.
I really don't have time for your problems, Tiffany.
I don't remember saying anything about any problems.
I'm the one in trouble, understand?
No, I'm not really sure that I do, darling.
This. Scott Baldwin's in jail for murder.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't...
No, you didn't know. Everybody knows.
Well, maybe you ought to sit down and try to relax. Do you want some tea or something?
No, I've got to go down to the jail.
What could you possibly do?
I don't know, something, anything. Just don't know how this could have happened.
Well, just because he's been arrested doesn't mean that he's guilty.
It means they've got something on him.
What?
Well, Susan was gonna... What's the use in telling you?
Well, I do know what you're going through.
Do you? Have you ever been in jail?
Once.
For murder?
Of course not.
Well, I have. Let me tell you something about it. It's pretty scary. It's a pretty awful place to be. Because there you sit alone in a jail cell, not knowing if you'll ever see freedom again. But the loneliness is the worst part. Sitting there, and no one believes you, even though you know you're innocent.
Well, maybe you better get down there then.
Yeah. Tiffany, I'm sorry.
Sure.
Your lawyer's here.
Thank you. So how are you feeling?
I've been better. How long till you can get me out of this place?
You know as well as I do that is not going to be easy.
You know, I've been going over and over this, trying to figure out how I got myself in this position.
Scotty, they have a lot of evidence.
No, I'm not talking about here, jail. I'm talking about... I used to be a guy that had values, judgment. Now I'm somebody that's just desperate. How did I get like that?
You made bitterness a way of life, Scotty.
Yeah, I know. I've been bitter, but I tried to change that. I tried to get over that. I did, Lee. Yeah. Well, I guess I've said that to you a few times, too, haven't I?
Well, enough. Makes it very difficult to believe, yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I'd feel the same way if I was you.
Come on. I'm not saying that I'm not going to help.
Look, I'll do anything that you want me to do, okay? Just name it.
All I want from you is the truth. If I sense just once that you're trying to cover up something, you're going to have to look somewhere else for representation.
No, I will be honest. I'll be honest all the way down the line. I promise you.
All right. Then let's get down to business, shall we? First, did you or did you not commit forgery?
Yes. I did.
And Susan found out?
She did.
And you tried to change her mind? You couldn't? She threatened to turn you in, didn't she? Didn't she?
She did. But I would never do something like that. I would never kill Susan over something like that. I wouldn't do that, okay? Now, somebody is trying to set me up.
Any idea who?
Yes. It's the Quartermaines.
Now, that is ridiculous.
No, it is. If you lean on them hard enough, I'm telling you, you'll get some answers.
Now, you listen to me, Scotty. I have agreed to represent you, but I'm not going to stand here and listen to a lot of far-fetched accusations.
It's not far-fetched. I'm telling you, they've got a motive and everything.
What do you mean? What kind of motive? Scotty?
Lee, Susan was blackmailing the Quartermaines.
How do you feel about that?
Good work.
It is that time once again when we must sit down and lecture Amy on the evils of gossip.
I think that's a fantastic idea, and the time is certainly right.
No. The point is, which one of us should do it?
Yes, and we both have very valid reasons why it should be the other one.
Well, I'll do it if you like. Maybe if I put on that gruff exterior, the one that Audrey admires so much, I can stop Amy from gossiping so much.
Go for it, sir.
Thank you. Very nice. Well, I'll corner her to make coffee.
By the way, did you get my message about Scotty?
Being in jail, yeah.
Yeah. The paper didn't say why or what they had on him or anything.
Unfortunately, I don't think they would have arrested him if they didn't feel they had a pretty good case.
Mm.
Well, whether he's guilty or not isn't the question. It's Lee that I feel sorry for. That boy's caused him an awful lot of pain.
That boy has caused a lot of people a lot of pain, Steve.
Yes, I guess he's affected quite a few people, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, he's affecting nearly the entire waterfront area.
The mall deal you were talking about.
Steve, he is personally responsible for taking the homes away from people who have nothing else in their lives. I never want to wish anyone ill, but maybe this is the best thing that could have happened.
This might be a very good time to save the clinic.
Well, my main concern is to see that justice is done. There's too much murdering going on as it is. If Scotty did it, then he belongs in jail. And for a long time.
The man is in jail. We have witnesses. We have concrete evidence. We have the murder weapon. We have the motive. In my business, when you have that kind of ammo, you attack. Even if you're not sure. Once you make the decision to move forward, you have no choice but to be sure.
Yes, so I say wait a little bit longer until all the parties convinced are sure that this guy's guilty.
I'm convinced. What more do you need?
Well, I'm not convinced. I want to be absolutely sure that Baldwin did it before I push for an indictment.
But you arrested the man, didn't you?
Yeah, because I think it's very possible that he did it.
Well, there you have it.
But in spite of all of that, the evidence is purely circumstantial.
That's no problem. You go out and you find more evidence.
And that's still not going to answer the other problems, the other questions. Like, for instance, what were the three Quartermaines doing at that cottage minutes after the murder?
Excuse me. You said Quartermaines.
Don't you bother to read the reports?
I don't want them involved in this.
They are involved.
Yeah, but they're also a very prominent family in this town, a highly respected, looked up to tradition.
You don't know them very well.
I know the name, and I don't want them near this. I mean, especially when we've got enough to nail Baldwin right here and now without doing another lick of investigation.
You know what the difference between you and me is? All you want out of this is a scapegoat.
I never said that.
You didn't have to. It's all too obvious, Richardson. You want a scapegoat, any scapegoat. But me, nah, I want the truth.
This suggests an impasse.
For you, perhaps. In the meantime, I intend to set about finding that truth, and I'm not going to be happy until I've found it. All of it.